Well, what it means is a big win for West Ham, beating Chelsea by 3-2 as we welcome in Stuart Robson to the show. Robbo, let's start off with that point. Did Masuaku mean it?
I'm going to have to say he didn't mean it. I think he was trying to cross it. He was trying to whip it in, and he deceived the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper, Mendy's position, his body position, was all wrong. And when you look at the game, over the course of the game, there was some bad goalkeeping, and I'm sure Xhaka would be talking about that as well. I mean, Mendy was slightly at fault. I think I agree with Craig. Jorginho was the player at fault with the bad back pass. Then Mendy let that goal in, which he shouldn't have let in. And both the goals that Chelsea scored, Fabianski, as the ball was made contact with, first with the header and then with the shot from Mason Mount, Fabianski was jumping in the air, so it took him a time to come back down before he could get his spring. And that's why he couldn't get to either goal. So some poor goalkeeping in that game.
See, I'm just looking at I'm the Mr. Positive on the show now. I just want... And I tell you what, the reason I say I thought it was a goal, I thought Masuaku tried it, was because I said to you, when he whipped the ball in a couple of times before that Mendy came easily for because it was really high, was you can clearly see he whips it with the inside of his foot. On this occasion, he strikes it with the laces. So he's not going for a whipped-in cross. And I get a feeling, because he'd put a couple in early, that Mendy had came and clutched, that he thought, I can see the keeper coming off his line, I'm going to go for that near post. The way he struck the ball had that dip in it that said to me he tried to get it in to that. And I know most people think it was a cross. Right. I actually felt he may have tried it for those reasons.
I wonder if the defender got a touch given the flight of the ball.
No.
He didn't?
No.
Well, that's a difficult one to defend from Mendy's perspective. The first goal in defence of Edouard Mendy, he never kicks the ball long. It's something Chelsea always do. I remember seeing him kick one long in the second half of this game, and it struck me as the first time I'd seen him just go for safety. Chelsea never seemed to do it. They benefit from it. So I offer him that excuse. As far as the Fabianski goes, I don't think he comes around enough for the first goal, for the second goal from Mount. And to Robbo's point about jumping, every single goalkeeper does it. It comes naturally. As a matter of fact,
I've never seen you jump anyway.
Well, that's a long time ago, Dan. when you're coaching young goalkeepers now, you try to limit how high they jump, but it comes natural to you in getting in position. So it's not. I don't see that as being the factor.
Jared Bowen missed a decent chance before that after a great ball whipped in from Mikel Antonio. Chelsea dominated the first half, and particularly with their possession, but West Ham did get the ball quicker. Forward a little quicker in the second half to Mikel Antonio, and then tried to pick up some of the second balls. And I think now, 3 goals Chelsea lost, which is what 50% of the goals they've lost this season in the league. That's a concern. Played well at home against Burnley, only took a point because didn't kill the game off. Yep. Did not play well at Watford, but won. Played well to a certain extent against Man United, but were not great in the final third, and have now been beaten and have now dropped off top spot in the league. So everything is not quite as smooth as it was for Thomas Tuchel, and he's got some decision making to do within his team selection. So Ziyech's play today does some nice things from the start, but I said to you in midweek, I feel like he's a guy that just comes off the bench when others are tired and gets a bit more time and space and plays those passes. Started him today. No, I'm not sure he's a starter for Chelsea.
I will say though, me and everybody like me who's ever critical of David Moyes and the appointment at West Ham owe him a huge apology, because to Craig's point, this really was a game of
David's on actually. He's on the phone.
This really was a game of two halves, and it was not about Chelsea letting their own level drop in the second half. It was just about the halftime adjustments that David Moyes made, and Chelsea simply could not cope with, and West Ham deservedly come out wins, deservedly because of those adjustments and the second half performance.
What's up with Chelsea, Robbo?
I think they've got 1 or 2 players that aren't playing at the top of the game. I thought for the first half they played very well. I thought they played some good football. They didn't quite create in that top third of the field. I think Thomas Tuchel's got a problem at the moment with Lukaku, because when Lukaku comes on, I'm not sure they know how to play him. When he was playing for Inter, he was the main man. They were getting the ball into his feet all the time. He was twisting and turning. He was holding up the play. And it doesn't look as though they're giving him that space to play. So midfield players are getting in his way, and the 2 players in behind him are getting in his way. So that's a major problem because Lukaku was going to be their big signing that was going to score all their goals. And at the moment, I know he's had his injury, but since he's back, he's been on the substitutes bench. And when he came on, he wasn't effective enough. And I think the centre halves, Thiago Silva had a good couple of moments. He got one off the line. He scored his goal, but he made a couple of errors early on in the game. Christensen is a good player, but I think he's liable to make mistakes at times. I thought Rudiger's been excellent. So there's not too much wrong with Chelsea at the moment. I still think they'll be near enough up at the top come the end of the season. It's going to be them, Manchester City or Liverpool, all within 3 or 4 points, I'd imagine.
But I tell you, one of the things that changed in the game was to go back to. I thought in the first half, Christensen did a really good job on Mikel Antonio.
Right.
Is every ball that flicked around, because West Ham were feeding on scraps a little bit, but every ball that sort of went out to the full-back and was hooked around the corner or was hooked around from midfield up to Mikel Antonio, Rudiger or Christensen stole it off him, or he had a bad touch, or he was out-muscled. That kind of changed a little bit in the second half. The ball was sticking a little bit more with Antonio, so he was then able to lay it off. They were getting a switchy play, or they were getting it in behind. That wasn't happening in the first half, and that just allowed West Ham to get up the field a little bit further. To go back to Robbo's point, the goals, I think ultimately they lost 3 goals today, but I think defensively they will be solid for most of the season. I think the concern is, at the moment, is the amount of possession they're getting compared to the amount of real good chances they're creating. We saw them with like 24 or something against Man United.
Yes.
It really never looked like scoring. I think there was one chance right at the end that Rudiger blazed over. But I think in terms of the possession they're getting against the better teams, and West Ham are one of the better teams, they need to find a bit more quality in that final third, that final pass, that final cross. Otherwise, they're going to leave themselves open to teams like West Ham hitting them on the counter-attack.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.